give you a real broker breakdown that's a little bit different. We could talk nuts and bolts and caps and blah, 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 fees. And today, I want to talk about what really gets me excited about Real Broker.
Yes.
I'm Andy Dirks.
I'm Lindsey Broadwell.
We're Real Michigan Life. So starting off, the thing that doesn't get me out of bed in the morning is like a split or a cap. If I'm at a $12,000 cap with 85, 15, blah-de-da-de-da. What gets me out of bed every morning and gets me excited to go pursue this business is vision, meaning, and purpose.
Yes.
And at Real Broker, it's blown my mind up to way more vision, meaning, and purpose in the fact of like collaboration with you and being able to get on the same page and have a team effort. I'm a team guy. I come from a team background.
Amen to
I
that.
think one of the coolest things, just to start with, is how Real Broker has designed this to be around the agent.
Yes. Yeah, the agent. It's very agent-centric, and it's about everybody doing production, not just one person. So they don't focus on one group that's doing most production. It's about everybody. So you can be a new agent and you'll be treated just the same as someone who's doing millions of dollars. And because I want everybody to be up to that level. So it's very exciting and gets you out of bed in the morning because we just brought in a new agent, right?
Yeah.
And she's doing awesome, and we want her to be up in that list with everybody else.
Yeah, that's amazing because in most places I've ever been, it's like nobody knows what splits everybody else is on.
Correct.
Nobody knows what's going on. It's so transparent here. Like everything's put in front, and that also is being part of being a publicly traded company, which we can get stock in, and there's tons of different endless possibilities with Real Broker that sometimes when you first hear about the organization, it's like there's too much.
Yeah.
Too much going on. You're like, whoa, you're telling me you can do this and this and this. But I think we missed the whole picture, the whole boat of the production element.
Yes.
And how we came here. I came to Real Broker, not just even for all the possibilities, but to be able to do more business. What did you see at Real that you thought, hey, there is more possibility here than at my current brokerage?
So here at Real, we own it, and it's all the agents that own it. And it's not when at other brokerages, they own it and they give fees and there's everything that goes straight to them. At the end of the year, you get everything coming back to you, or even sooner than the end of the year if you hit the cap. So it's just they're investing back into their agents compared to just giving the money and never really seeing it again.
Yeah.
Which I love.
That is a huge difference. And it also comes with the way we operate business with technology as well. Mm-hmm. When everything's focused on the agent, even the president, so Sharon, our president at Real Broker, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical because I was never, in corporate America, it's always like, you know, the president runs the operations side and hires people, but they're not really into like training people and stuff like that. And Sharon was just coming out and blowing me away with tons of training and how you can position yourself in Real as a business owner.
For sure.
To really set yourself up for the long term, not just like short-term business, but have a massive career. And over the course of the last year and a half, I've really come to be like, wow, they really do care about the agent.
They do care, and they actually care about all the agents, not just our own brokerage, which is kind of cool because they share it to everybody. If you're not even part of Real, you could watch this stuff.
Which I love.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, and it's just goes to show you the type of people that you want to be around, like us, right? Yeah. We want to share with everybody and make everybody better. So
it's not a fight. Every brokerage, there's a million great brokerages, and there's a ton of amazing people in real estate. And Real Broker acknowledges that and never plays in the game of like, hey, well, us versus them, and we do this and they don't do that. It's like, no, here's a possibility. This is a way to run your business, but we want the business as a whole, all agents to succeed, especially with what we've been through lately. You know, the business has been a little tougher for people. There's been a lot of uncertainty, and our leadership in this organization has put out nothing but positive vibes, nothing but encouragement, nothing like, hey, you agents are going to keep rocking. You're going to be amazing. Don't worry about all the noise. Let's stay focused on the task, which that's really good leadership, which I've really come to appreciate.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And and about this brokerage, they're very transparent. Like all of our fees and all that, not fees, I shouldn't say fees, but our caps and all that are the same. So it's nothing like crazy different compared to other brokerages when you go to them and it's like, oh, this person's getting this and this. We're all the same, which I love.
And that keeps a lot of the bitterness, resentment, kind of like people trying to align in their own little cliques inside of the brokerage. Yep. We all know exactly what everybody's paying. There's no like, because some of my former brokerages, I was doing more in production
Yep.
than other people who had better deals. And I really didn't want to go in there to the managing broker and say, well, I want a better deal. And you
Right.
have to do that everywhere to get a deal that like would make you happy. And then they're like, okay, yeah, you have to basically say, I'm going to leave.
Yep.
And
To
then
get
like,
something
well,
better.
we'll do better for you. It's like, well, why didn't you just want to do better in the beginning?
Exactly. And here, I don't ever feel like I want to leave.
No.
I'm here. I'm happy. I absolutely love it. And we're going to be doing big things.
And I'm a huge fan of being able to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I know exactly how to plan my business. I know exactly what to look for. I know what the numbers are going to be. I know the possibilities in real and how to position ourselves for success moving forward. And a lot of these companies, every company now says they have great tech, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like real estate agents saying, I'm the number one.
Oh, yeah. Agent in my Metro Detroit.
Yeah, number one agent in my, like there's 5 million of us.
Yep.
That are number one in our organization. So with Real Broker, and I've been involved in other tech-based real estate brokerages.
Yep.
It always comes down to, I feel like they cater that technology not to the agent, but to say like, look, ours is the coolest.
Right.
Let's face it, like us as real estate practitioners, like agents,
Yep.
we're not always the most like tech savvy. We always joke with each other, like if we had a spelling bee in our office, who would win between me and you?
It'd be a tie, most likely.
Tie, and we'd both lose in the first round.
Yep.
So there's certain things we're good at,
Yep.
right? There's certain things we're not so good at. And
Yep.
sometimes it can intimidate agents, I think, to think about like a tech-based brokerage.
Yes.
Well, I've been really impressed with how leadership in the organization actually listens.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, this is really tough. Like, we don't understand how like Reason, which is one of our tech-based like transaction management things,
Yes.
works. They make it so simple, and they try to continue to simplify it to where, what's the old saying? Even a caveman could do it.
Yep.
What is that?
That is. Uh-huh.
Which is good, because I need that in my life.
Very much so.
With the technology, what have you found as far as the clunkiness? And this is where we can just be fearlessly authentic.
Right.
Like, because it's not all going to work perfectly all the time, right?
No, and we're working through those kinks and just getting better day by day because we're working together to get there. And the technology is, I know a lot of brokerages, like you said, say they have the technology, but and other brokerages say that's better everywhere else. And it's to what fits you. And this one seems to be for anybody, because we have people who are not tech with us that don't love it at all. You know who I'm talking about. And then people who are very techy, and they get it. So it's friendly, it's very agent based too. So
a lot of people too, I think, because there's so many different possibilities in real, it's like, what fits me best, right? And that's something that if you find people who have kind of been in the business and already been doing things in real, which is cool, because like when I came in, I had people kind of come alongside and say, do you want to start a team? Do you want to be a solo agent? Like, what are you trying to accomplish? And then let's try to cater a plan to you individually. And the cool thing about real is you can branch off into any of those segments, and the model works really well.
Yes.
So those are a few of the things that get us out of bed in the morning, get us excited about real. Being able to work with people who you enjoy working with is important.
Very important.
I think one of the things at Real Broker is, because there's not always physical office locations, people can feel like they're not really part of the culture. And like at Real Michigan Life, like at Real Brokerage, specifically at Real Michigan Life, it's like they are taking the initiative of how do we take a great model and get a culture to where everybody feels included.
Yes.
And that comes with the transparency element. Like, we're not trying to hide anything from people. Like, hey, this is the perfect brokerage. Nothing's perfect in life.
Nope.
Right? And I don't ever want somebody to think like, oh, well, if I come to Real, then everything's just going to be handed to me.
Right.
Lindsay, is anything ever handed to you?
Nope. Hard work. Hard work.
So you still have to put in hard work.
Yes.
And is it easier to be consistent when you're around people who are like-minded and also want to produce?
Yes, very much so.
And that's what we really want to develop, is a culture of people who all encourage one another, who surround each other, who sometimes you need a hug in the business. Have you ever cried in this business?
Almost every day. No, I'm just kidding. Not every day. When I first started, it might have been every day.
When you first started, but over time you learn and you grow.
Yes.
And that way, if you're having a rough day or a rough week, like we talked about,
you come to me.
You come to Lindsey.
Because I'm the hugger.
And she is the hugger. I'm not as much of a hugger. No, I'll shake a hand, but not as much of a hugger.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea of this culture that's bigger than us is what I think really gets me excited at the end of the day. And we would love more people to be a part of it.
Yep.
You can reach out to us in a multitude of ways. Probably the easiest thing to do is just set up a Zoom call.
Yeah.
And we can run you through if you want more nuts and bolts. Depending on your personality type, there's going to be the engineer brains out there.
Yeah.
There's going to be the socialites.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on you and your specific needs, we'd love to sit down with you and have a further conversation.
Or you could come to one of our Monday meetings.
Monday meetings. You could hang out at one of the Monday meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Have a lot of fun. Enjoy doing real estate, and it'll get you out of bed in the morning to be excited about your business. That's my hope for everybody out there. So I'm Andy.
And I'm Lindsey.
Real Michigan Life at Real Broker. Hope you're having a wonderful day.
See ya.
To set up a Zoom meeting or for more information, email me, Megan, at realmichiganlife.com.
Live real with us.